Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone Face Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are getting into something that was requested in a comment, and of course our completionist attitude towards getting to everything that's in the Gundam space, or in this case the Universal Century Gundam space. We're hitting up one of the PlayStation 2 games cutscenes, which is to say, I think this is Encounters in Space, the game. Obviously, it's very confusing because there's also Encounters in Space Movie 3, which we've already watched. So if you're clicking on this link and you're like, oh, hey, Encounters in Space, look for another video that we've done, which a significantly longer runtime. Also, we have in this video, oh god, I just told you the name and now I can't remember it. Zeonic? Something. No, there's another word. Zeonic Front. Sorry, Zeonic Front. Which is itself also, I think that one's just more a couple of clips of a thing. And unfortunately, the options that we have on that one are English only or Japanese with no subtitles. So for the sake of not knowing anything about that one, we're going to go with English only, because even the Japanese one has no subtitles. So better for us to know what we're watching than to not know anything at all and be guessing. I already have one of those. That's the 1963 Astro Boy that I watched, where I'm just sitting here guessing at what's going on the entire time. So yeah, we're going to jump into the PlayStation 2 cutscenes, and I guess we're going to figure it out as we go along the way. So without much else, let's go ahead and jump into it.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
H1.
Fight! Now, when I was testing this to see what I'd gotten, I should also say this also doesn't have subtitles. But we've watched the whole show and the movies. I think we can figure out what's happening.
I think I seen part of this on social media, like recent. Like this is a remake of the original show they're opening anyway.
I think if I've seen like AMVs or anything, they've probably used like this, because this is it's a lot higher quality.
Yeah, updated.
Because that's immediately what they did.
Yeah.
They're like, she's like, glory for Zeon. There's a girl going down a hill. By the way, nobody else around her.
Yeah. She's trying to walk back to...
I guess they couldn't include that in the video game. All the family and everyone that was dead right there in the pit. She just sad for no reason. Sad someone shot at her.
Also, we don't talk with the father or anything like that.
Yeah, I guess there's just stuff they couldn't include in the game.
Yeah.
That, or maybe it's in the game. You know those little text boxes?
Yeah.
So we've already handled that, so we don't need.
So this is clearly new animation trying to emulate the style original, right?
The game is what, 81? 82? Wait, no, it's PlayStation 2, so it couldn't be. I might be thinking of something else I looked at.
2001, 2002, probably.
Maybe.
The Red Comet, yeah.
The problem with this is I was also looking at my wanting to watch all anime of a decade, certain things. So I was looking at all the anime that was released in the 1940s, 1947 specifically. So my mind just might be in another decade.
This is Luna 2.
With a Federation ship in front of it, though. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Luna 2.
Well, see, my mind was to when Tiananmen Fleet was regathering there later in the year. Because this would have to be around September.
The interesting thing is that they're doing the whole, they're doing the whole thing from the original series, not because in the movie they cut that entire part. They changed the whole thing. You don't see the civilians or anything like that. So
Well, because remember, this is what's happening between stages of a game.
高度には気をつけて。そうしないと大気圏で燃え尽きるわよ。戦ってる最中に気をつけられると思っているんですか。
so the lip syncing is kind of terrible.
Technically, he's already got a rank.
Yeah. Huh?
He's got a rank. He's got a rank bar on his
Yeah, he shouldn't have at this moment.
That's what I'm saying. He's got a rank.
Mhm.
You can't quite see it there, but when he was talking to Sayla, he's got the blue flag with the white line and a dot in the middle, which I believe is a specific rank in the Earth Federation. The same way that when you're looking at Xeon ranks, it's the chest and then the number of lines you got on the neck. And meanwhile, art drawn by my cousin. It's not bad. I'm not knocking it. It's bad. It's just not matching the high quality art that we're getting here.
Oh. Oops.
Sorry, the house jumped a little bit. My disc skipped in the player.
Yeah, the lip syncing is not great. In the Japanese, of all things.
Honestly, I have mine turned down so low I don't even hear anything. Because again, it's mostly... I'm thinking this is mostly worth watching just for the updated art.
Yeah.
Because it's better than the movie, which was already in places better than the show.
Yeah.
So it's just an improvement on
that
an improvement.
That part with the screen, I think that was included. That was from the movie because in the
No, because that guy wasn't there in that scene.
Yeah.
That guy was an addition because when was it Daruda? I don't think it was Daruda. Is it Daruda or Mulligan? I thought he bounced because the guy was walking. The Mulligan was walking, but then it didn't follow, so it just must have been bouncing into frame. Yeah, I can't remember if it was Daruda or Mulligan. I think Mulligan comes later, so it might have been Daruda.
It has to be Daruda because
Daruda survives, I think.
No, he's supposed to be the person that goes with Iselina.
No, it wasn't Daruda. Daruda doesn't go with Iselina. Because whoever that guy is, I can't remember his name. He obviously dies.
Also, I don't remember.
Daruda goes on with Char for a while.
Yeah.
This clip from an older show.
It's about when he tells him like, oh, yeah. That's what he tells him. You know, your luck is you died because you were a Asabi, basically.
Also, we're getting real close to the part we're gonna record a movie later after we're done with this video game stuff.
Yeah.
And we're getting closer to where the movie takes place. Because Thread of Zeon, which is this here, is episode 12, and the movie is going to be for episode 15.
The high quality Rambo looks a little younger, but not by much.
I don't know, it's hard to say because...
Yeah. He looks like he can gain a lot of weight, though.
Well, again, it's hard to... I always think of Rambo from Origin, which is way younger than this, even though technically it's only 3 years ago. Meanwhile, back at Macross,
you're relying too much on your Gundam.
It's not a Zaku. Sorry, it's Rambo's famous line that I barely remember. It's not a Zaku, boy.
まさかな、時代が変わったようだ。坊やみたいなのがパイロットとはな。だが勝てたのはそのモビルスーツの性能のおかげだということを。
Let me just swing over there with my batarang.
あなた、守ってくださいましね。
Oh, I like her darker outfit better. We're just skipping over really important shit. Like, why is the...
That doesn't happen.
Like, it has to happen in the game. That's why it's not appearing here. You know, Matilda death has to happen in the game, so we're not going to see it as a cutscene.
Yeah.
ヨーロッパ反攻のオデッサ作戦の発動は確実に迫っていたのである。
Kai running to be in picture.
You know, I didn't think about it, but Kai has the thing for girls of a certain hair color.
Yeah.
Because what's her name has the same hair color.
Mahari? Mahari, yeah. And they both die too, so I guess whoever Kai falls in love with or likes, it's a death sentence.
第一警戒ラインに接近するものがあります。
敵か。
不明です。
未来、エンジン始動できるか。
はい。
Still funny that they gave them redneck accent. No, Cajun. Something like that region in English.
ホワイトベースを傷つけられてたまるか。
マッシュ、俺手がたった一機のモビルスーツに。オデッサ作戦に参加したすべての戦車に対して。
Oh, I guess it doesn't even happen in the game. Because if this is cutscene, and the cutscene's already going past her death, then her death just doesn't happen in the game. Or it happens, but not in the game. Not unless the cutscene is showing what happened in the stage that you played.
That's right. That's from the yeah.
Didn't have to get kicked in the nuts for that one. Not like the voice actor for Kira.
Yeah. We need more emotion. Kick him again. But no, but I'm already going to go to the hospital. Kick him again.
Works for Idiocracy.
Yeah.
What's the flag on the left?
United Earth? I think one is...
No, the one on the right was the Earth Federation Defense Forces. The one on the left looked suspiciously Zeonic.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be, I think, Earth Federation. And...
Well, it was literally gold on a red background with really Zeonic lines. I can only point to my own characters like chest piece sort of thing, because that's what it looked like.
The underwater fight, yeah.
Still pointless. Oh, those wildly oversized South American blue butterflies. Still a horrible operation.
Yeah.
Wasted what seems like the entire North American... Because we know how necessary those units might have been later had they appeared in space.
Yeah.
Blue, a great camouflage color in the forest. I mean, ironically, probably is actually a pretty good camouflage color. It's dark enough to be in shadow, and it's not like there's no water, you know? Well, then we were done with Jabba. This could be like segments of Amuro's journal. You know, then we left Amuro.
Lala.
I watched a dove die. Not dove. Sorry, that wasn't a goose.
Swan.
Yeah.
The swan. Swan, yeah.
Going through my repertoire of white birds. Dove. Geese. Swan. That's Mulligan, yeah. No, it can't be Mulligan because it's his ship. Mulligan's not on that ship. God, everyone looks like Daruda and Mulligan. Everyone wearing that uniform that's a little skinny. Cascon. Cascon is your poor man's Baram.
Mhm.
See, I don't even have the boards up. This is how much the characters are sort of sparking in my head.
Yeah.
And this is movie only, by the way. They do have this conversation, but we only get these shots, I think, of Char and Lala together from the movie.
Yeah. To establish that they were
Also,
more than
because
just-
otherwise the camera is from the right-hand side, where it's Lala first and Char next to her.
今や攻守ところを変え地球連邦軍の宇宙における反攻作戦
Battle of Solomon?
その短所
Well, they might cut it out.
No,
No,
it's
that's
right
the
there.
Battle of Solomon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Solomon. Solomon looks like a star.
I was gonna say Caltrop, just a giant Caltrop in space.
Caltrop, yeah.
宇宙攻撃軍との激突は避けえないものとなったのである
Missing some of his scars, though.
大確認接近してきますビグザムはどうなってお
She's only got the chin one.
発進準備を急げ
You know, or the forehead one too.
I didn't see it. That's just like a dimple. He's got a real pronounced forehead scar everywhere else.
Yeah. Crew them. Yeah. Oh, we had to include this part?
Apparently.
Mm.
指輪を頼むよ
Although he looks younger. I guess maybe you'd want him to, right? You don't want 40-year-old Slegger to fall in love with Mirai. We better, like, tone him down to maybe as late 20s as we can.
たかが一気のモビルスーツ
Ah, badass Dozel. Telling you, he's a fucking new type. It has to be what's supposed to be here. Also, a lot cooler, that one. Rather versus, you know, what's the Disney thing? Night on something mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
the
devil,
big,
the
yeah, the big
giant.
old devil that appears behind him in the
Yeah.
TV show. I like that
Yeah.
one better. The game version. They're doing the movie version of Flanagan too. That is
Mhm.
not Flanagan.
まさにそこへ敵の掃討作戦についた
Yeah, because we're not seeing a Q here anyway. Actually, we haven't.
We
We
did.
saw him once.
Yeah, so we
Once.
saw, yeah, and again,
Yeah.
and Orang back there, or Gang, I think is his actual name.
Also, we're gonna have this fight. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this up close look at his weird fencing
Night
Gundam,
like. Yeah.
or
Yeah.
mobile suit rather.
このギャンにはその方がやりやすい。
はっ心得ております
Which means we're fastly approaching the death of Dren as well.
誰だあの壺
Oh, he actually might have already gone past it now that I think about it.
あれはいいもの
Because
だ
Dren dies before McQueen
赤いモ
does.
ビルスーツシャアか
ガンダムとはな
シャア
流し運転しないで使うと
I appreciate that Tomino thought McQueen was so useless that we don't have to include his death in the movie.
シャア
Yeah.
But the game was like, no. Because if we don't, we have to say that Char dropped nuclear mines all over Texas.
Yeah.
Which is dumb from a game mechanic, and it's dumb from a narrative mechanic.
地球連邦が奪取したソロモン
Then we coded Solomon with
やがて
Moss.
訪れる最後の戦いを前にその怒りを下ろしていた
This must be Lala's attack.
奇妙
First time
な
she's
事件
attacked.
が立て続けに
If it
起こる
You hear them.
happens.
そんな時のことである
Yeah, okay, there it is.
Yeah. It's not.
'Cause why not? I mean, that's easy to make a game level.
なんだこの
It's
感
literally
じ
just a
は
bunch of shit that's flying around you to dodge and attack.
あの輝き
I think this is a side scroller. I think it is. It feels like it would be a start. Oh, it's stages. So yeah,
I mean,
like
it's
an arcade
PS2.
game.
Yeah, it can be a lot of
Yeah,
different
arcade
things.
game.
あなたの来るのが遅すぎたのよ。
遅すぎた
なぜあなたは今になって現れたの？なぜなの？あなたと出会ったからってどうなるの？どうにもならないわ。どうにも。あなたは私にとって遅すぎ
We
た。
haven't seen anybody die except for McQueeve.
あなたは突然
Yeah. No, I've seen a couple of other guys who died.
奴とのザレ言はやめろ
And
Not
this,
many
I
of them.
can't remember one person besides McQueve that we shown die. The death scene has come and gone, and it's just been it.
Yeah. There you go. Now we have Lala.
Except are they going to show us Lala?
人は
No, we go right to the dream sequence, not the
Yeah.
weird shot of her like flying backwards in her mech as the or as the cockpit as the thing comes through. which would be her death scene.
Yeah.
The 12 stages, this is the last stage, so you know we're getting close to the end here. Okay, ass.
ジオン公国レギン公王は和平交渉のために投降してきた。
I blame his kids. I don't so much blame Declan.
悪魔の光はほとばしったのだ。連邦軍レビルの
They're melting. Everybody's melting.
ここに至ってア・バオアクーの戦いは
Apparently, the difference in the movie, and I think I heard the novelization, is that the Xeon solar weapon could have fired multiple times versus in the TV show where he like gets burnt out and destroyed in the one shot. Second best speech, I think. I mean, granted, it has to be. You're trying to motivate like recruits. So
Yeah.
certainly doesn't have the beat of, take your sorrow and turn it into anger. Zeon thirsts for the strength of its people.
よし、総員大戦闘廃止だ。
Yeah, 3 pips, I guess.
Yeah, in the previous one we were talking about, he had 1 pip in the same format,
Yeah.
implying that he prematurely got promoted. I guess it would have been an ensign back then.
なぜララーを巻き込んだのだ。ララーは戦いをする人ではなかった。まだだ。タカがメインカメラをやられただけだ。
And there's a novel that's being translated by Zeonic that I have to pick up at some point, which is, what's his name? The bridge officer guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently he keeps like a report of stuff that's happened. So I want to read that. I just recently saw the cover for it. Now kiss. The image that started the ship. See, it's doing its best to avoid showing the death scenes.
Yeah.
I mean, not the scene, the death thing itself.
Yeah.
ララーのところへ行くのか。
Yeah.
殺し合うのがニュータイプじゃないでしょ。
So I don't know what you're saying, but all I'm saying is, who can say where the wind blows?
Yeah, because when the music starts, it has dun dun dun, and instead it has 3 bars, and then
みんな早く。
See, I
When you
got it
hear it
turned
in the
down
edit,
real
yeah.
low, so yeah,
Yeah.
I'll hear it later. Kai, why'd you get to wear a different colored outfit? Because he
He's
would
an
have been
ass like that.
no, he would have been piloting the. Well, it depends. Well, in the verse of the movie or the TV show,
Gun cannon, yeah.
みんなは。
yeah, because all the pilots were wearing different outfits.
That a guitar?
ごめんよ。
Looked like somebody was holding a guitar.
僕には帰れるところがあるんだ。
Evacuate with what you can carry, I
嬉
guess.
しいこと。
Yeah.
分かってくれるよね。ララーにはいつでも会いに行けるから。
The anime fashion, he jumps out of the cockpit, says "Guitar!" and we freeze frame on a fist in the air. We did it! 75 people were killed when the core fighter crash landed on Earth.
On the moon. This is the moon.
No, it's going by the moon. Also, it can swing around the moon.
Yeah.
5 people were killed when the core fighter crashed into the Eisenbach's home. I forgot his first name, but that guy was an ass too.
Yes, that was that.
Alright.
I mean, it basically is a recompilation of the entire story. I guess that's what the game is all about. You shoot your way through the entire story of Gundam with whatever changes they want to make for gameplay purposes.
I mean, not much was changed there. It was sort of a little mix of movie and TV show. With, I guess, one little other change, because again, the guy that was in Garma's control room, office. I don't remember him from anything. Though he could have just been an unnamed, uncredited character.
Probably.
But I'm just thinking they may have added him because of the same way that the movie added the Prime Minister of Zeon to that one scene with Degwin.
Yeah.
Because that's the person apparently who signs the armistice and everything afterwards, after Degwin and all the zombies and everything gone. So I added him to the board for the last minute addition to the vote. All right, well, now we have was it Zeonic Front to look at, which is one that I don't know much about, but we're going to be watching that one in English, so that we'll at least know something about what it's about. So let's go ahead and hop on into that. (2001). Load the movie. Special, I guess.
Yeah. Do you have to unlock those, I guess? UC 79.
January 3rd. The Principality of Zeon has declared war against the Earth Federation.
January 3rd.
At the time, I was a
we knew.
pilot, but injuries I had received during the first battle forced me to retire from my duties.
Also, that was a different animation than anyone we've seen before for Operation British.
Yeah.
Codenamed Midnight Fenrir Unit, which received approval and was sent into combat missions under my leadership.
Indignation of Zeon.
March 11th, the second Earth descent operation had begun. Captain Garma Zabi was the commander in charge of conquering the North American territory.
I'm honored to have such outstanding soldiers under my command, and to be in charge of capturing the North American territory. We will conquer North America to establish a base from which...
Yeah, the voice acting is so generic.
Also, it's interesting that he has a command ship as well. The same as the Great Degwin.
Secure an airbase as a beachhead for the invasion of the North American region. Next, we breached the powerful defense line of California base.
New York.
We used an underground waterway,
but still California for some reason.
Into the enemy facilities.
So they went from New York to California.
No, New York. I'm saying New York. They changed it to New York, but it's still California.
Our forces landed all around the Earth and took over numerous territories at lightning speed. However, we had expanded the battle lines
almost as some sort of I don't know, let's say blitzkrieg.
And failed to advance our forces any further.
Oh, Eisenbach, that was him right there on the right-hand side.
We believed the Federation forces could not put up any organized resistance, as our offenses had inflicted considerable damage. Still, we had to guard against potential guerrilla warfare on our forces' undermanned battle lines. With neither side able to deal the decisive blow to defeat the other, the war remained at a stalemate. During this tense standoff,
that asshole's still in the
Federation
room.
forces were developing mobile suits of their own that would rival ours.
So is that Tem?
Tem? Yeah.
Can't be Tem.
Why not?
This is 3 months in. He's already... Oh, no, it's September, I guess. He gets sucked out of space.
Yeah.
He's already developed the Gundam by this point. Or it's... Yeah.
Recreation of
being built, I guess. No, it's been built.
Mm-hmm. What's a prototype, though? Oh, they're using the footage from the other thing, I guess.
The Zaku's I had sent out on a scout mission were engaged in a battle against a Federation mobile suit in Side 7.
So this is Char talking?
I was thinking that, but now I can't. I'm bad with voices. I can't place it between that and the Garma voice we heard a minute ago.
Yeah.
You know about the Federation's V project and their
It's Char.
Yeah, also, he is the one that sent those, who has been in charge by evidence.
What's that?
Yeah.
However, Captain, it has also cost me 8 Zaku.
This is still better than the live-action game.
Extraordinary. You sure it was worth it?
Was that the Republic of Jean in the game?
Republic of that guy over there. Yeah.
Well, because, you know, there's nobody telling them how to read these words. So.
Is Pegasus class assault carrier battleship White Base, and the one we've been referring to as the White Mobile Suit is called the Gundam. This machine holds a high output beam rifle and beam saber, and bullets from
so
the
Char knows it's not the
maybe the red
Trojan horse? Yeah, sorry, I'm about to call it the legged ship, because it's the same thing you do when you call it the Archangel.
Yeah.
I'm calling it by the wrong code name.
The Trojan horse had evaded Commander Shar and descended into the North American region.
Oh, they're still using the...
Well, no, they just said it evaded Commander Char, so who's talking?
Search for the Trojan horse along with the mobile suits it carried.
He didn't say me.
Informed that the Trojan horse was
yeah.
the S3 point.
So the Great Canyon to Seattle.
A tragedy occurred before we were able to locate the enemy ship.
The mobile suit is running
Well,
away.
putting a
The
date
Trojan
on
horse
when
should
that
be right
happened,
up ahead.
10-4.
Hurry.
Yes, Shark.
Hey, Garma, you read me? Blame this on the
So if this does anything else, it confirms a bunch of dates that I have written down for stuff.
Personally, you can thank your father.
You double-crossed me, Shar! I'm a son of the Zabi family. I'll go down with honor. Glory to the Principality of Zeon!
Seek
And then you
Zeon.
die like a punk. And then you die like a punk.
You die like a punk, you die like a fucking man. Andrew WK? Doubt it.
We have lost a true hero to our glorious and noble cause, but are we defeated?
That's pretty close. Not Andrew WK, but it's pretty close to his voice.
Over 50 years since the elite of Earth, consumed by greed, took control of the Earth Federation. Our citizens have seen nothing but oppression. We want our freedom. Never forget the times when the Federation has trampled us. We, the Principality of Zeon, have had a
I love hearing it.
arduous struggle.
I love hearing it in English. It's so much better in English.
Our cause divine. My beloved brother Garmazabi was sacrificed. Why?
The spoiled brat.
The war is at a stalemate. Garma has opened your eyes to the blinding truth of your complacency. We are finally in a position where victory is within our grasp. Zeon thirsts for the strength of its people. Once again, our most cherished nation.
Except for that part. They're changing. They're changing it a little.
Pay those who have sacrificed their lives for us. Hail Zeon!
The Trojan horse broke through our siege and headed for the Asian territory.
Like you get away with saluting
Now-
once and not zigzagging when it happens.
Now we're seeing their actual trip, as opposed to in the series we wouldn't really see a lot of it.
Unable to classify it.
I am this is worship, sir. They hire somebody in the back room like. I know my voice is not great, but
you remember this is like early 2000s English dubbing.
yeah. The rifle here are better than the original, because the thing with the barrel, the kit,
Except that
like
he
this,
like
what?
falls back into the room and we don't see any conversation between him and Sayla.
Yeah.
I wish I had like done at least some damage to the hand.
Odessa.
November 7th, Odessa. At the request of Captain Makuve, we had left.
That's pretty nice.
Makuve, that's how they.
Yeah, I know. I've
pronounce
heard it.
here.
I've heard it before. I still say McQueen because it's the way I read. Doesn't matter. He's dead now. It could matter. Other stuff we're gonna watch is gonna take place with the same time period. We could see more of him.
Oh, there you go. Now, it's a Southern accent, but not a Cajun one.
I'm gonna boil up some crawdads.
The Black Tri-Stars would never make it back to the front line. Though the fierce battle raged on around us, we were assigned to guard the Zanzibar spaceship until Captain Makuve could depart safely aboard the ship.
I also appreciate this is from the Zeon perspective. It's not victory at Odessa, it's retreat from Odessa.
We've already mined all the resources we need from the area.
Or
Odessa
gang.
no longer has any strategic value to us.
This
The Federation
one vase
has
that
most
survived
certainly
for a
initiated
long
this
time.
battle. You're right.
So I don't think is actually getting to her. Not because she dies, I mean, just who took it.
Trojan horse.
So they put here Jaburo in Brazil. Not in Venezuela.
No, it's not Venezuela. I was never right.
Yeah.
I was saying it was in Venezuela. It is somewhere along a certain river, and it's somewhere like in the northern part of the country it's in, but it's not anywhere near the coast. I've seen the map plenty of times on many things.
Took place in outer space. The tide of the war had been completely reversed. We watched as
A
the
big
Federation
Sam.
forces gathered in Solomon.
I I don't get how a single mobile suit could do this. You will not beat me. You will not beat me.
Because Dozel was a fucking badass. Went out like a G.
Yeah, but that voice didn't fit him. It should have been younger, but
I think it was fine. Could have done with a lot more guttural yelling. Like,
yeah.
Could have been a little bit deeper, a little bit louder.
Except by living under our direct control. We are the chosen. We are the superior race of Zeon.
December 31st. The Zeon forces took on the Federation.
And to be a recruit at Abaco.
Our soldiers were pitted against a formidable enemy. Each came from a different background, and each fought for a different personal reason, and many lost their lives. The Principality of Zeon was defeated. However,
not pictured here, Zena and Maneva.
Fight for their beliefs, kindled by their love for those on the home front, our own battle will likely never end.
Armistice versus Peace Tree, kind of different.
Yeah, armistice isn't. It just means the war's still on. No peace actually means no peace treaty. So,
well, I think there is supposed to be a peace treaty, but they signed the armistice first on that day.
Because armistice is a cessation of hostilities. A peace treaty it's supposed to be the end of the war.
For example, they signed an armistice to have the Antarctic talks. So that's how the Antarctic talks happened. There's an armistice currently at play. There wasn't a peace treaty when they were having the Antarctic Accords. No. So technically, we've already had an armistice before that didn't solve anything.
Oh. Yeah, subtitles, audio track, Japanese. Okay, check.
All right. Well, I thought that was interesting.
It was. I mean, basically it's the same thing that we saw earlier, but from the Zeon perspective, right? Everything was Zeon, and we do get a little more information on where the white base went to. You know, that went through the north, and then although it should have gone through the Pacific, but I guess the Pacific would have been Alaska to Siberia. That's the Bering Strait. Well, if they're skipping Doan's Island altogether, then yeah, they literally skip the Pacific because they don't in this game they don't go to Doan's Island, which is a Pacific island.
I guess technically, technically they went through the Arctic. No, they didn't go through the Arctic. I don't know. If you circle the Pacific, have you gone through the Pacific?
No, they went through the Bering Strait.
Well, the Bering Strait is still... They actually went beneath Alaska, because they still went over the ocean. They just didn't. Yeah, I'm saying, so they still technically crossed the Pacific.
Yeah, but not in the way that...
They didn't go far enough to the north to have crossed the Arctic.
Yeah, but no. I thought it was Bering Strait, so there you go.
That's what I'm saying. I'm being pedantic, but I'm trying also to be technically right. And not technically right from an argument standpoint, technically right from a nobody could debate this in the future standpoint.
Yeah.
But I mean, I prefer having the Zeon perspective. You don't get a lot of that. Like Flanagan, for example, not Institute Flanagan, infiltrated the ship for a short time. Flanagan. He's a good Zeon perspective character because it's just he's running running things around here. He's got we got to get this done sort of mindedness to him.
Yeah.
Because he's more close to ground level than most of our Zeon perspectives are. Because most of our Zeon perspectives are, I've been in this war for a long time. I command a large number of troops. Not a lot of ground level troop perspective.
Well, we got one with the guys with the 30-minute explosives.
Yeah. Don't like magicians.
Yeah.
Commander says that we can't take the Zaku out because it's too valuable. I thought you were going to say Gene, Slender, and For some reason, I want to say Gene, Slender, and Havoc. But there's no one named Havoc. I think I'm thinking of Full Metal Alchemist. Probably, I think there's a guy named Gene, and there's a guy named Havoc, and I'm just throwing a middle name in there, Slender. Gene, Slender, and what's his name? Well, they land, and then like, screw the orders. This is how Char got in charge. We're just gonna do what Char did. So it's pretty. They're pretty grounded as characters.
Yeah, but they don't last that long. I guess they do last long.
Slender does. No, the other two die immediately in that episode.
Yeah.
Slender survives, has an arm in a sling in the next episode, because that's the picture on the board. It's him reporting back. I'm sorry, sir. Arm and sling. Gets sent back out and dies next episode.
In the
very next episode, because it's battle after battle in the first like 3 or 4 episodes.
No, because the second episode is the Luna 2 episode. The third episode is when they're doing the re-entry. That's when he dies.
No, he dies, and you know what? God, I wish we had some formula here to make bets, because I would be a betting man. And you know what? Just real quick, since probably we're going to end this episode right after, I'm going to look it up. Break my own rules.
Yeah.
See, does it say when Slender dies? Well, weird picture of him I've never seen before. Killed in action November 4th, No 79. That's not helpful. Slender stayed behind near the exit to colony. Gene's outburst attack. Slender later fought against the Gundam with Char as the White Base departed Side 7, but was killed from a single blast from the Gundam's beam rifle. So yeah, second episode, when they're leaving Side 7. Because I'm thinking you're thinking third episode, he dies during the infiltration of Luna 2?
No, afterwards in the battle when the White Base is descending to Earth, and there's a battle that
well, this thing says television appearances, Mobile Suit Gundam episode 1 to episode 2. So either way, died in episode 2, like I said. Wish we could make bets. Can't make bets. Not because we're against betting. Well, I don't know what your opinion on betting is. Used to be on the channel, we would bet like, if you lose, we're gonna have to do a reaction to this episode of this show, that sort of thing. That would be the gamble. That way I would force our way into getting you guys to watch the shows that I want to see a reaction to, or you guys would force me, like Death Parade. The one time I lost, I watched 2 episodes of Death Parade. Anyway, I think that is it for this one. So once again, I have been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?